She has a guy that inboxes her, and it's a picture of his private, talking about, is it big enough for you?
When Lashawndra met tattoo artist Christopher 8 years ago, he left his mark on her heart. And 2 years later, they made it official. Settling into married life, they had 2 children and planned to be together in sickness and in health. But now, after 6 years of marriage, it seems they're just sick of each other.
She got dudes from upstairs in the house, in my living room.
I left the house that day because he ripped up our marriage license.
Ms. Dunn, did you have another man paying your bills?
There's too much distrust and not enough loving going between Lashawndra and Christopher.
Your husband says that you put a time limit on sex
Yes, I
before
do.
he gets started.
Today, on Divorce Court.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lashawndra Dunn and Christopher Dunn. Mr. and Mrs. Dunn, you have been married for 6 years. You have 2 children together and some from a previous relationship. Mrs. Dunn, you have brought Mr. Dunn here to settle a financial matter. You have a countersuit against her, and I will deal with that momentarily. Before we do, however, I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Dunn. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Like my last name, I'm done. I'm done with this man and I'm done with this marriage. For instance, he's controlling. He can go and come as he pleases. But when I go somewhere and come home, I got to answer 101 questions. I'm a grown woman. I don't need 24-hour surveillance.
Okay.
I just don't have time for it. And then, last year, one of my family members had a baby. I didn't get a chance to see the baby until she was about 4 or 5 months old because it was always an issue when I'm trying to leave the house. I made it there. By the time I finally got over there, I was there maybe 30 minutes before Chris started calling me, asking me 100 questions.
30 minutes.
Like, where are you? What you doing?
Who there?
You also say he has interrupted or caused problems with your job, or?
Yeah, we were both working at the same place. He doesn't want us to work without one another. He feels as though I will get away to do something. Well, we were working together. They called him and they told him that they didn't want him on the job anymore, but they still asked me to stay in the position.
Right.
So I told him that I would. Well, when I hang up the phone, he throws a fit. Mad because I said that I'm gonna go back to the job. How can we move forward if neither one of us is working? Like, we have 4 kids to support at home. That's just not gonna work.
Okay, now, Mr. Dunn, I'm gonna go to you. First of all, she says you're controlling and that every time she goes anywhere, you have to ask her 101 questions. First of all, is that true? And second, do you have reason to believe that she's doing something wrong?
I got to be controlling with her because all she do is lie. She lie every day, all the time.
Tell me about the lies she tells.
Okay, one day she said she gonna take the kids out to the library. Okay, she leave. It's like about 5 in the evening. It's like 12 o'clock. I call her. She ain't at the library. Library ain't open at no 12 o'clock at night. And then she don't even hardly read no books. And
so you don't think she went to the library at all?
She didn't, because when I called, she said at 12, she like, I'm at my friend's house. Okay, I called a friend. Friend say she ain't over there. But yet she come in 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with my kids. She shouldn't even have my kids out at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't even do nothing like that.
Hang on, Ms. Dunn, did you have the kids out to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning?
I was at my sister's house.
You were at your sister's house. Did you tell him? Now, see, I got to say this. I was thinking that he was all controlling and crazy, but I got to tell you, if I told my husband I was going to the library at noon and I don't show up with the kids until 4 o'clock in the morning, he going to have a couple of questions for me. And I wouldn't blame him either. So let me ask you this. Are you a little suspect?
I left the house that day because he ripped up our marriage license. Pissed me off. He did it on the front porch and threw it outside like it was some confetti, like it wasn't
all
nothing.
names out the book.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
hang on a minute. Why did you rip up the marriage license?
That day when that happened, she woke up, can you take out the trash can? Can you go and clean up and all this? Because all she want to do is lay up in the bed, watch TV, have me do all the work. I make sure the house clean and stuff. She cussing me, she calling me out my name. I'm a man, I ain't finna be disrespected like that. I ain't calling her out her names.
Well, Mr. Dunn, let me ask you this. You said in your papers that you found out at some juncture that a guy was paying her bills.
Man, let me tell you about this. Now, I'm going to work every day, right? I come home early. She got dudes in the house, in my living room. You hear me? My kids in the back room. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Y'all up here turned up, you know what I'm saying, in the house while I'm at work.
Turned up? What does that mean?
Like drinking. She on that drink, you know what I'm saying?
It was my living room.
Turned up.
They on bones, they playing, you know, cards.
That was
and
my
stuff.
living room.
Throwing bones? Is that playing cards?
That's
no,
dominoes.
You know, playing dominoes. You know what I'm
Dominoes,
saying?
throwing bones. Okay.
And yet,
Did he come home one day? Your children were in the back,
That's
and
my
you
house.
were hanging out.
That
with
was my
the
house.
fellas.
That was my
But
house.
yet she got dude
That was
paying
my
her bills
house.
though. She got a bill on the table,
I was in
right?
the barn.
I'm going to work to pay the bills. But yet this dude got 150 on the table. And I'm like, what he paying your bills for? You know what I'm saying? She talking about that's just my
Did you have
friend.
another man paying your bills?
Yeah. He paid a bill for me because I was in a bind. But
Ain't nobody gonna
that
do
was,
nothing for free.
But
you
first
hear
of
me?
all, that was during dating, and that was my house.
You were dating. You weren't
We were
married
dating
then.
at that time.
Oh, okay.
And so
you
that
didn't tell me that part.
I mean,
that was my house.
Well, we're not gonna count what happened before you married. You've been married for 6 years. If you hanging on to that, that's
That's
a
the
whole
problem.
nother set of problems.
When divorce court continues, does Christopher have good reason not to trust Lashawndra?
Ms. Dunn, do you have a man inboxing you his situation?
Well,
If your divorce is final, but your ex is still giving you grief, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce court returns with the case of Lashawndra Dunn, who says she's ready for her marriage to Christopher to be over. But is that all Lashawndra is in a hurry to end?
he wants to have sex every night.
So, like, do you have an egg timer by the bed or something? Tell me something that she's doing currently or within the last year or so that makes you suspect that she's cheating, unfaithful, flirting, fooling around, anything.
Ma'am, okay, on our social network page, she has a guy that inboxes her, and it's a picture of his private, talking about, is it big enough for you?
Now, Ms. Dunn, do you have a man inboxing you his situation?
Well, yeah, but okay, well, he sent me a message. He said, can I ask you a question? I said, I sent him a question mark back, like, what you want? I don't even know him. I'm friends
You
with
don't
this,
know him at all?
I don't
You
know
just get
this
random
guy.
body parts from people?
I don't know this guy. He is the ex of one of my friends on my Facebook page.
Starting some mess.
Yeah, so he sent me that, and so I sent the, I didn't know. I showed it to him when it came through. Because at first I didn't even know what it
No, I
was.
pulled
Because it was
up.
just the that's,
Just the
it was no
inventory,
other part. It was just that part on the picture.
Yeah.
That's it.
No,
So-
you know, Mr. Dunn, it could have been a congressman. You know? Apparently, there are men out there so proud of that appendage that they feel the need to share it globally. So while maybe a few months ago, nobody would send you his private parts unsolicited. Apparently that happens all the time.
Okay.
So we're gonna let that one go. Let's move on to another topic. Your husband says that you put a time limit on sex
Yes, I
before
do.
he gets started.
Yeah.
Yeah, how she gonna rank me? She gonna tell me 5 or 10 minutes.
Now, Ms. Dunn, as delicately as you can, explain to me how that kind of thing works.
Because, I mean, he wants to have sex every night.
So, like, do you have an egg timer by the bed or something?
No,
Say
I
you
just
got
tell
10
him
minutes,
you got
let's
5
go?
minutes, period.
Now we got to negotiate with her. I have to negotiate time. See, I like to take my time. You
Look,
know?
Hang on.
I like,
hang on,
you know
go
what I'm
ahead.
saying, to please my woman, you know what I'm saying, hour or more, because when we first got together, you know what I'm saying, she would hit them yoga poses, downward facing dogs, you know what I'm saying. Now, you know what I'm saying, ever since we put the ring on and said I do, it changed.
I just try to get him to understand that having sex every night, you know what I'm saying, we are married. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing nothing, but I have had 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? My body has changed. I don't feel the same way I used to feel. So Having sex every night is like the furthest thing from my mind. I have 4 little boys running around all day, yelling, screaming, fighting, just all day long. You know, that's the last thing I want to think about at the end of the night. I be tired. I
Okay.
want to go to sleep, and he just can't understand that sometimes I'm tired. He want to go to, oh, you don't love
How
me.
she gonna be
Oh,
tired
you wanna
just
be
sitting
with
in the bed
somebody
watching
else.
TV
I mean,
all
you know,
day?
I had to
I'm the
nickname
one
him the
working
Booty
stuff.
Bandit because I can wake up
And
and
you
he
had
on
it,
top
and
of
you
it.
didn't even know. Let's not get too far in it. But, you know,
I mean, I do that, you know what I'm saying? I don't just be like, okay, it's nighttime, let's get at it, you know what I'm saying? It's all day, I love you, you know what I'm saying? I'm kissing you on your neck, I'm rubbing you. But when I try to rub her, it's like, oh, nah, get off me, you know what I'm saying? Because she feel that she can touch me anytime, any place, but if I try to do it, oh, nah, man, she cussing me out, calling me names and stuff. I'm talking about, it's so bad, it's like I don't even really ask no more because I just allow her to come, you know what I'm saying?
come to you
Come to me
when
with it. Yeah,
when she's
basically.
interested in it.
When Divorce Court continues, Christopher's rap attack about his failing marriage.
I'm on the boss court, cause I'm steady being lied to. Judge Lynn told her, can you help? What's your point of view? She coming in the crib late, supposed to be my soulmate.
Do you think that Christopher is holding past issues against Lashawndra? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of Lashawndra Dunn, who says her husband Christopher's insecurities have pushed her away. But did Christopher's shortcomings drive her into the arms of another man?
He rubbing her all on the shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Talking about don't cry, little mama, it's gonna be all right and stuff. But yet, you know what I'm saying?
Did that happen? You say he's extremely insecure.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of something that he's just gone over the bend about that you felt was just ridiculous?
He went to jail one time, and his friend was at the house with me the whole time. It was his good friend. That's who he was staying with when we met. So I kept him there so that he would be comfortable that I'm not doing nothing. You know, he was there with me. Well, one of his ex-friends came knocking on the door. Why? I don't know, but I didn't let him in the house. His friend let him in the house.
That's your house, though.
His friend let him in. See, so when he get home, I tell him about the situation and everything that happens, and he, you know, he don't go and ask the friend what happened. He just assumes that this guy came over to fool with me because he knew he was gone, and I called him over there, and like, all blame on me. But no questions was asked to his friend that was there so he could verify that nothing happened.
Okay, Mr. Dunn, what is your version of that
This
event?
is what happened. I'm in jail, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone with her and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Who all over there? She was like, my friend is over there. She sitting down, you know, crying, you know what I'm saying? She depressed, I'm in jail. He come up to her, he rubbing her all on the shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, don't cry, little mama, it's gonna be all right and stuff. But yet, you know what I'm saying?
Did that happen? Did you end up getting your shoulders massaged?
No,
while
he
you were
didn't
on your-
massage me. He just like, you know, grabbed my shoulder and was like, it's gonna be all right.
Nah,
and he walked and
that's
sat
what
on
you
the
told
couch. I don't talk to him. I didn't even
know the dude.
Right.
Really, I just know him from my friend being there.
I hear
that,
you.
but
You feel like you're in a vulnerable position, and I think I see what's going on here. You wanted something from me?
Yes, ma'am. Can I show you a little verse I got? It's about the case, you know what I'm saying? It's about her.
If you must.
Okay. I get a little crump with it, so I get loud.
You get a little crump with it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Let's get with the crump.
I'm on the boss court, cause I'm steady being lied to. Judge Lynn told her, can you help me? What's your point of view? She coming in the crib late, supposed to be my soulmate. Lied about where she at. She in some other guy's face, wearing skirts to her waist, thinking I can be replaced. Shawty, I'm first class and I ain't guilty in this case. She gon' say what she wanna say, but she ain't the truth. She like every day. She don't want me, then I don't want her. We can both go our separate ways.
me you were gonna truncate, and I'm still scared, and you're still
I
scared.
ain't even crunk it up too much.
Yeah. Well, I know another word. Y'all been so helpful with the vocabulary today.
When Divorce Court continues, Judge Lynn gives the Dunns a lesson on the mighty dollar.
I don't care how much money you make. If you don't understand money, you'll never have money. Do you think that Christopher is holding past issues against Lashawndra? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Lashawndra and Christopher Dunn, who after 6 years of distrust and suspect behavior have run out of second chances for their marriage.
Ms. Dunn, you say that you want $1,322.52 for a 1995 Ford Thunderbird. Why don't you tell me why you're seeking that amount?
Well, because I pay it every month. It's his car.
His car.
And I pay the interest on it every month until he pays the loan completely off so that they won't repo the car.
What did he take the title loan out for?
For himself.
No, it's to buy her some purses and
on his
stuff.
car, new speakers, new CD player, you know, all that. That's what he did with the money.
Let me ask you this: did you get tinted windows and a CD player?
I
Did
all
you
that
trick
by
out
my
that
own
car?
hard money, yes, ma'am. But that's with my money. You know what I'm saying? I had did that before we even took the loan out.
No, he
The
didn't.
So what
reason
did you
for
need
me-
the title loan for?
Okay, she wanted to go to the casino because she
That-
loves to gamble
Stop.
and she loves to drink. You know what I'm saying? So-
Okay, gotcha. Here we go. Now you also have a countersuit.
Yes, ma'am.
You are seeking $120 in damages because you had
It's
to
for my
replace
battery.
your battery in 2013 January. Tell me
Yes,
about
ma'am.
that. Do you
It
have
just
evidence
happened.
of
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Let's see. What happened in January 2013?
Okay, like I said, you know, every morning she go to 7-Eleven, get us some iced coffees. Okay, this morning she decides to go pick up her best friend. And her friend goes where I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it's not 10 minutes when she come back home, it's more like an hour. And when she comes back, the car is still running. She's trying to cut it off, the ignition switch had broke, you know what I'm saying? Once I fixed it, the battery was completely dead.
Need a new battery, $120.
Yeah.
There we go. I got it. I know what's going on. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what's happening, then I'm gonna talk about the money. First of all, what's happening here is, Mr. Dunn, I think you got issues that you have yet to acknowledge. Jealousy is not a sign of distrust, it's a symptom of fear. And I think that though she has done a few things that an individual who is not tacky would not have done, I don't think she's really running around on you. I think she's a part of the community in which you live, which is a little disassembled. And another thing I wanted to say was about the money. I'm gonna talk to you about I'm not giving anybody anything. Because let me tell you something. I don't care how much money you make. If you don't understand money, you'll never have money.
Right.
It'll go right through you.
Right.
You know, and if you have title loans, you're running like that, you don't have enough money, you cannot afford tinted windows and rims or whatever else you're putting on the car. You putting show money, you got no money. And stay out of jail.
Yeah.
Stay out of jail.
I ain't going back.
We need you people at home taking care of your business.
Yes,
Just stay out of jail. You're a nice lady. She's broken. She feels that she can never make you happy. She feels that she could never satisfy you because you're so distrustful that no matter what she does, she can't make it right. And if you can't trust her, you know, this divorce is the right thing to do. Always love your children, always be together, but don't be angry anymore. Okay. Either trust and believe and be comfortable that nothing that she can do will rip your heart from you, yes, or walk forward. But when you walk forward, do so with civility and kindness. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Since coming on divorce court, our relationship has gotten a lot better. we're both putting in the work and showing our appreciation for one another every day.
I think Judge Toller really helped us realize our situation and how we needed to be more understanding and communicate better with one another without all the arguing.
We really appreciate Judge Lance Toller's advice. It really opened our eyes on the issues that we needed to work on in our marriage. So far, so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.